Girl, we got some tea?
With the honey and the sugar.
Nah, we gonna need some wine for this one.
Well, wine me, please.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Wine Me Please
Podcast.
Y'all, it's your favorite duo today, Shaniqua.
And Dominique, the original duo.
How it began, okay?
And how it should have stayed.
All right? As y'all can see, it's only two of us. We are missing a member because, unfortunately, Kansas decided to leave us mid-season. And she said, it's a wrap.
She left her job and then left the podcast.
Hello?
Hold on. Let's clear the air. Because I said I was running late. So y'all was going to start without me?
Well, what we heard was...
I said I was running late. I ain't say I wasn't going to show up. You can get up on my feet.
Okay.
All right, then. Well, she told Dominique.
It's like when the husband's telling I was BMSing that day, okay? I was just bullshitting.
All right, then. Well, she said she was just...
Yeah, I know. When the husband tell the wife, no, she really heard I hate you. So when we heard her say she's running behind, we heard she never coming back.
That part.
I'm sorry, y'all. I was just a little late. That's all. I love y'all. I ain't going nowhere.
April
Fools, y'all.
Happy April Fool's Day, y'all.
Because y'all live for drama. Cut it out.
Right, exactly. Sorry, we had to move in.
we good. I ain't want your couch smelling like, food.
It's okay. You can put your glass back on the board.
Thank you.
As a member.
Thank you.
That's staying.
Y'all
And
thought
this
y'all
is how it always should have been.
That part. All right. It's called growth.
Exactly.
All right, y'all. So our wine of the day is Hard Knock Life by Love Corkscrew, a black-owned winery. Okay?
I love this wine, actually.
So Love Corkscrew Red is a deliciously sweet American red table wine made from 100% Concord grapes. The light, airy flavor is perfectly balanced with bold undertones, making it perfect for sweet lovers. Enjoy this delightful wine with summer meals, appetizers, or your favorite pizza and pasta dishes. And y'all know, because it is the springtime, this is perfect. So stock up for your summer. And it is 11% alcohol. And we have paired it with an Italian tuna bowl pasta, right?
Yep.
So here, let's get it.
I love this wine. I already know what it's like. Mm-hmm.
And if y'all been watching us since the beginning, me and Dominique has definitely tried Love Corkscrew wine a bunch of times in the past. So we gonna
girl,
sniff it. Something.
Cheers.
She's like, oh, my bad. I said, girl, you love it.
I love this wine.
It smells like chocolate.
No, yeah, it is really good.
It is really good. That can get dangerous.
It can.
It can real fast. And here's a napkin for you.
Thank you.
Here's a napkin for you.
Thank you.
All
You can sit this down, but not for long.
All right, there we go.
She gonna hold that one.
All right, let's taste this.
Now, this is a tuna pasta. Did you make this or did we purchase?
This was a purchase. Yeah. It's an Italian pasta.
It's not bad.
What would you add to it? Because it's missing something, right?
It is, but
It's not bad, but it's maybe more saucy.
maybe. But because I like saucy stuff.
I'm not really getting the Italian.
I think it's
Mediterranean. Is it Mediterranean or Italian? Okay, check.
one of them. It's somebody. Look in the description, y'all. It's okay.
Yeah, I want to say this.
And I'm usually not a huge fan of tuna like this in this way because I like tuna. Miracle Whip and all the other stuff. Your little tuna salad. But this not bad.
I would actually put a little bit more olive oil in it, maybe.
Yeah, I just think it needs a little bit more sauciness to it or something.
Or some roasted red
It's just
pepper.
tuna and oil.
That part. Make it like a real
Pasta salad.
Like the one we had last time, that Thai.
Oh, yeah.
With that shrimp.
That pad thai thingy.
Yeah. It didn't have shrimp in it. I said it should have had shrimp in it. But yeah, the pad thai noodle, that was nice and saucy.
Yeah, I love the sauce, but
I can get jiggy with this.
yeah, I think that's also like a nice little healthy snack.
Yeah.
Because the portion size wasn't that big, and we were shocked that it actually filled up all three of our bowls. So
yeah. Nice healthy snack.
Yeah, Yeah, literally, nice healthy snack.
Okay.
So, anyways, y'all, today's topic is really about like seasonal changes, springtime edition. Because I think like oftentimes people when people think of seasonal changes, they always think about like when we're getting ready to go into the winter, from fall to winter, and it's all gloomy. It gets dark earlier. You know, you think about like depression starts to set in for some, anxiety, or whatever. But they never really think about the springtime and the seasonal changes that happens there, which is like usually you're starting to feel a bit more upbeat, right? The sun is shining more. The clock may have, what is it, spring forward, and now so you're having more sunlight outside. You get to go back outside again. You get to wear lighter clothes, you know, and not the winter jackets and all the sweaters.
I like
and
fall
all the
season
other stuff.
fashionable.
Right. But even in the fall season, you still don't have to necessarily wear the big coats and all that stuff. A cute little sweater, and you don't even need a real jacket, depending on, you know.
Because in the spring, you still.
Yeah, and so in the spring, you're getting ready to like shed all that weight.
Yeah.
As I like to say. And I felt like it was just important to for us to just talk about that in all fashion, right? Because even the whole idea of like spring cleaning.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day when our parents used to be like, on spring break, you gotta clean the whole house during spring break, get reset. And it's like, as a kid, you're just thinking, or at least I just used to be like, she just wants somebody to clean this house. Or if I'm in my cousin's house, they just want somebody to clean that house. But now as an adult, it's like
clearing energy.
Yeah, clean energy, decluttering, you know, out with the old, in with the new, brightening up your space, and more, having the windows open, the sun is shining. I don't know. I love the springtime. Also, I'm a spring baby. Shout out because my birthday is coming up. So I love the springtime. So I have a different love for it, I think.
For me, the new year starts in the spring for me. Like, I know everybody starts their New Year's resolution. And I do it twice. I do my, this is my annual goals, but I feel like where they actually kick into gear is spring. Like, January is planning.
And not to cut you off, but I would just hop on that piece. I agree with you. Like, over the last few years, I really started embracing it. Like, January is the new year, calendar year, whatever.
I'm planning at this point.
I'm planning like what I want to happen throughout the entire year. But April is when like things really start kicking.
You start putting them into plan.
And I start to feel like, okay, now I can
kick
actually kick in and do those things because I'm lighter and more upbeat. So no, I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I feel I have two perspectives of it from you. I definitely agree with you. Like it's like a rebirth, so to say. And then on the other hand, for me, in terms of the spring and coming into the summer, it's and like, you know, getting up to wear your lighter clothes, smaller clothes, less clothes. Puts me the pressure on my body physically. Versus the opposite come fall, it's like, okay, I could cover these mistakes up. You know, fall, winter. But then come summer, it's like, okay, girl, you gotta get a gym, girl, but you got 2 weeks to lose 30 pounds. Don't eat that.
That's why I shifted to the fall, winter kind of being prep. To like, look, I don't have to have it perfect right now. I could eat. Holidays is coming up. You're not gonna be eating right. You're not gonna be probably sleeping right because of the daylight and all of that other stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is my time to plan and rest because I think we're so used to go that we feel guilty about rest. And I think fall, winter is meant to rest. Yeah. Like, it's okay. Hibernate.
So you can be mentally prepared and upbeat for that rebirth, that springtime. I think that people should really look in, like you stated, to really consider the changes mentally, you know, within both seasons, because we do have that seasonal depression that's typically during the, you know, winter or cooler months. But how can we help people prepare to transition and to bring themselves out of that come the new months? So like, what would you guys suggest are like some good steps to help people prepare for a better them during that time?
My bad. Had to rinse
the toner.
It was lingering.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of writing stuff down. That's why I say planning, because like you can have all the ideas, all the intentions, all you know, all of that in the world, but unless you can like map out what that looks like and give yourself concrete steps on what that looks like, which takes time if you're being realistic with yourself, use that time to at least make it concrete to yourself, so it's just not an idea in your head.
Right.
No,
And you don't have to feel
absolutely
guilty
agree.
about that process of, because you're not going to get it all perfect, but at least if you have the intention of like, I want to see this through and this is how it's going to look, like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's more hopeful
Yeah.
than beating yourself up about not feeling like you're doing enough right now.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that. And I think also during that fall winter time, start dedicating just time for you and to yourself, so that while you are writing those things down and you're getting prepared for what's going to happen. And because for me, like spring, summer becomes very busy, very fast.
Yeah.
It's nonstop. And so what I had started doing last year during the spring, during the fall, winter was I started dedicating, like, I would look at my entire calendar, and I actually was doing this with a lot of my clients too. I would look at my calendar or the month ahead, and I would pinpoint dates out of the week, or at least a 4-hour time gap, and block it off for just myself.
That's nice.
And so, people would be like, "Oh, you be busy this weekend? You got something to do?" Or "I'm doing this," or whatever. And I'd be like, "Oh, I can't do that. I'm already busy." And like one time, my sister was like, "Oh, what?" She texted me sideways because it was in the group chat. She was like, "Oh, what you got to do this week or on that day?" I was like, "Nothing. I'm being a house."
No, doing something,
like,
doing nothing is
me.
something.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Doing nothing is something.
I'm like, but that's for me. And she's like, and she laughed. She was like, no, that makes sense. Because I'm like, because we get so busy so fast trying to show up. Because I'm a person, I show up for everybody. At least I try my best to. But there are times where it's like, I'm not showing up for myself in the way I need to. And so it's like, what I started doing was just blocking off a whole day. I'll look and see, okay, I got this event on Saturday. Sunday, I'm not doing nothing. Or if I got this thing on Sunday, I'm not going to do nothing on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because I don't want my entire weekend being filled. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I just want to be able to just focus on me and my mental. If I want to just sit in silence, I can do that. If I want to binge watch a little funny TV show, I can do that. But it doesn't have to be, it don't have to take a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, even if I have goals, at least I know I got time set aside every week. If I want to work on those goals, I can do that during this time.
Yeah.
I think we've been groomed to think that we have to always be doing something.
No, absolutely.
Exactly. And that there's an issue with being unproductive.
Yeah.
But sometimes you do need to be unproductive. Like, give your mind a break. Like, at my job, every once a month they do a Wellness Wednesday event for us where we just, like, one day they had a lady come and teach us how to make custom teas and things like that. So this last time it was just called Play, and it just talked about how playing as kids helps them release different types of energies mentally. So they literally just had us playing games like kids.
Same like
but one of the things that they had on there was just to talk about what do we do for self-care. And so many people had on there like, oh, I relax, I do massages, I do this, that, and the third. And I put on there, I sit in silence and declutter my brain.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Sometimes you have to do absolutely nothing to get yourself back on track. Because some of us, our brain is always going. My mind is always going. My mind does not shut off. Like, I have to consciously go to sleep, meaning like I have to consciously make my brain go quiet because my brain is used to putting itself to sleep by always going. Like, I literally have to teach myself mentally to not think, which is so crazy, but literally you have to teach yourself to quiet your brain.
Yeah.
Because it will just keep going. Some people don't understand it. Some people actually don't hear anything in their mind.
Which is crazy when I found that out. I didn't find out till my 30s that some people don't have those unconscious thoughts.
I said, how don't you...
Must be nice.
So when you be thinking, like, so you literally just don't.
I started counting backwards to go to sleep. But I know that people think that's cliche, but I was like, no, start counting back from 100 and see how far you get.
No, for real.
I was like, how do you not hear? Even I had this one lady on TikTok. She was talking about how her brain is always going, and she started using Lexapro. And she was like, it was so weird because I literally heard nothing for the first time ever. Like,
I can't imagine.
I had that happen to a client. She was like, I don't know that she was so weirded out by it because she had never heard her
heard nothing.
Yeah, she was like, is this what it's supposed to be doing? I said, yeah.
For some people who have ADHD or anxiety,
I've never experienced that.
100 miles going over, and now you finally got Lexapro, and it's calm. It's doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. I mean, y'all see me in the
It's distressing for some people. I'd be like, look, sometimes
I have to check out some Lexapro. Okay, because the way this brain be going, I be like, what the fuck? Like,
Sometimes I'll
shut
remind
up.
myself, like, no, you had this thought already. Let's move on. Because a
Yeah.
majority of your thoughts, like 80-85% of what you're thinking, you had already thought the day before.
Exactly.
So if you remind yourself, they be like, okay, give me something new else to focus on. Because why am I rehashing this?
And then my
But
brain,
sometimes you're rehashing it because you didn't get the result that you was looking for the
Exactly.
first time. So it's like your brain is like, okay, we're back again. Now what we want to do. But that's why I tell a lot of people just like I tell a lot of my clients who has that, especially like before bedtime. I tell them just keep a notepad by your notebook by your bed, and just literally write every thought that's coming and write it down because it needs to get out.
Yeah.
So just write it down, or if you one of the people that like to talk on your phone, voice note or whatever. But remember we said about them phones, speak it out. But at the very least, just write it out so that it can. And a lot of my clients saw improvement with that and started being able to like literally go to sleep. Or if they wake up in the middle of the night and they can't go back to sleep and have those same racing thoughts, they
grab that notebook and write.
I'm like, write it down. Just write it all down because it needs to get out. And then the next day you can revisit it and see what's in your control,
right,
and you can handle it, or what's just like out of your control and it's just something that keeps coming to you because for whatever reason, right? So yeah, that may be helpful too.
Yeah. That's also like there is like a scripture that talks about like taking it, and I think this is universal, but also training yourself to take your mind captive. So like literally like, and I used to do this, and then out of nowhere I just stopped doing it. But I need to know what the diagnosis is for creating events in your head that didn't happen, because I do it all the time. Just creative thinking, but. Literally, like if you, like say for example, like with somebody like speeding up behind you and they look like they about to hit your car, they don't hit your car, then you be like, man, if this motherfucker would have hit my car, then you just start thinking about what would have happened if they hit your car, then you just play out the whole thought. Like
I've done it before.
Exactly, but I do it with everything.
Okay.
So like, but as soon as you see that, like as soon as you get to the next step of what did not happen, you immediately take it captive and say, this is not happening, right? Because you begin to shift your mood based off something that literally did
never
not
happen.
happen.
Never happened.
That never happened. So it's like immediately like just being conscious enough to realize that once you get to that next thought of what did not happen, immediately take it captive and say, this is not happening. And then you're able to move on.
Yeah. But I think also it's also sometimes depending on what it is, the situation, the thought or whatever, it's also important to really talk it out, literally, like, okay, if that would have happened, and then what? And then what? And then what? Until you get to the final, and then what? And it's nothing left. Because your brain, for some of those things, your brain needs to process whatever the possibility.
The worst case scenario.
Yeah, so that you can calm yourself.
You're catastrophizing
down,
something.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, and then what?
And then maybe
I had one of those conversations.
Since it didn't happen. Once you got to the end of the story, okay, now you can move on. Exactly. And maybe you won't even have to go back to where it even started because you've already worked it out to the very end.
That's the conversation I have with people about embarrassment and shame, because a lot of it is more mental than it is anything else. Of like a client had trouble with public speaking. I'm like, okay, you stumble over a word, you mess up, whatever, like worst case, then what, right? Like, okay, in 5-10 years, people not even gonna remember who you are or your name. Like, does it really matter that much? You're talking yourself into a frenzy. So reminding people like how much of this really matters and how much am I catastrophizing in this situation?
Right. Yeah, I literally had a client that was talking about public speaking too, and we did the same activity. I said, okay, and then what? What's happening? I said, and I had to remind, I often remind them. Ooh, excuse me. I'm like, if you've been asked to speak on something, that means they feel like you're the expert. You're the subject expert matter in that space. Yeah. Right. So who finna check you?
Who gonna check me, boo?
I said, walk in that space and ask yourself, who gonna check me?
Yeah.
Because you were asked to do this, so they clearly have that much confidence in you that you have the knowledge to deliver whatever that topic is. So when you're having those moments of like, oh my God, I can't do this, whatever, remind yourself, they asked me to be here because they needed me for this topic. It's okay if you get one word wrong. You can always say, I'm a little nervous, so y'all work with me. We got this. You can always make it conversational based. Yeah. You can work the room, walk around and do how you want to do it so that you're comfortable, and then go from there. You know. So it's always, like I said, it's just really about taking control back in those different spaces instead of going down a rabbit hole of, oh my God, I'm finna die.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I always say make room for honest human mistake because
Yeah.
nobody's perfect. Like I think that perfectionism aspect, which has grown again as we evolve, looking at other people's lives and comparing, it's like focus on yourself, but also realize nobody's perfect. So this
Yeah.
comparison thing with the world and what's going on, what other people are doing, you're seeing highlight reels and not compare yourself to that because nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure to put on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think we all do it or have done it, and depending on whatever what it is. I
And
mean,
when you were talking
I'm
about
guilty of
the
it.
seasons changing going into the summer, again, more events and more things where, again, that pressure to show up too, because you know you have so much time to enjoy this weather, enjoy the people and all the things. So
Right.
wanting to show up in those spaces too, again, perfectionism, not allowing yourself to rest even in those moments too.
Exactly. Even though, and we also know like the this is the season where FOMO is really big for a
Oh, for
lot of
sure.
people.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And like
Summertime
I said,
shy.
that part, and I said because it only lasts for about 2 months. If we being
Exactly.
for real,
No,
when it comes
seriously.
to the weather,
Yeah.
it only the best parts of it only last for about 2 months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Literally from July to the end of August.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's okay if you can't make it out that one time. It's okay if you need to rest. It's okay if you need to reset. And just get yourself together because
yeah, rest is revolutionary. I think we should keep that in mind too, as people of color too. It's just like, yeah, rest is
I
revolutionary.
definitely wish I would have took more advantage of nap time in preschool.
I've been catching up on that for real. Because I was one of them nosy kids. My brain wouldn't shut off. I'm watching everybody else sleep, but I never took advantage. I never took a nap during nap team. Never.
One thing my baby do.
He gonna nap.
He gonna go to sleep.
That means you feel safe. I'd be like, look, if you could fall asleep anywhere, you feel safe.
My baby taking 3-hour naps.
But even that though, it's just like, and I've had to tell clients, like, think of when they're feeling the stress and all that stuff. Like, think of all the things that you did as a kid that were fun and relaxed you. I said those same things can actually be applied as adults. Taking naps, coloring.
Yeah, my mom is a big colorer.
You know what I'm saying? Those playing games, board games.
I got people doing Legos, puzzles.
I love me a good set of Legos. They just so expensive, so I had to stop because it was finna become a habit. I was like, oh wait, this costs too much.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people think, oh, that's childish. No, it's not childish at all. It was put in front of us as kids because that's the age you start doing it.
Right.
But it should have never stopped. Because at some point it was like, you too old to be playing with toys. You too old to be
because they wanted you to stop critical thinking.
Yeah.
Right. If you were a critical thinking and you don't follow a system. Yeah.
You're not too old for that.
Nope. Follow these rules. Go to work, do your 8 hours, cook your meal, watch your hour of TV, go to bed.
Exactly.
And that's depressing. I don't care what season you in. That's depressing.
That's very depressing.
Yeah.
Routine can definitely become very depressing.
And so you need that mental stimulation. You need things like that to keep you stimulated and fulfilled in some type of way. Because the monotony can get. Your brain is always looking to be challenged in some type of way. It's always seeking for information, which is why I think people have information overload with online stuff like that. But you need that, and there's a productive way to go about doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like sometimes, like if I just feel like my brain hasn't been challenged enough, or it's like, okay, things are weird. I don't know the word for it right now, but like in the middle of the night, I just pull out my iPad and start playing Sudoku on my iPad.
Oh yeah.
And once I get started, I can do about 4 or 5 rounds. And so, because I be like, put me on a hard level. Because, you got to work up your way. And I found one night I was like, because I couldn't sleep. I was like, my brain was just racing. I was just like, all right, let me play some Sudoku. Because you got to, like, concentrate
your mind.
on that.
Yeah.
It's going to exhaust your brain one way or another.
Yeah, so it's like, you can't be focused on all that other stuff that you ain't got no control of. Like, this right here is what it is. So I was like, I'm doing it. It's like, one more level too hard. I'm back.
I still don't know how to play Sudoku.
I made hard.
I downloaded a game called Impulse.
5 rounds.
Oh yeah, I do want to try.
It does the different brain
like
games, personality tests, IQ tests. It has different stuff to kind of like just challenge your cognitive abilities. So
You have to show me the app afterwards. Because I like something because I'm not a big. I'll download a game like one time. Well, Monopoly was really huge, like them. Like I'll download a game on my phone. I'll play it for like a month
and then get bored of it.
And I delete it.
But this
Sudoku is one of the ones I don't get bored of, but I also don't play it every single day.
But Sudoku isn't like a regular game.
Yeah,
that's how Impulse is. Impulse is like a. It's like a mind challenger. Like it's like a.
And they have different ones, so it's not doing the same one all the time.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, I like stuff like that and like word games.
Match the picture memory. It has memory stuff on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta do.
Yeah. Definitely, if you find yourself doom scrolling, especially, find something more productive to do with your brain because your brain is just seeking information. That's really all it really is.
And it's downloading. Everything that you come across.
Yeah.
Like. That's the hard part is that like it's literally downloading what you're seeing. So you trying to figure out why am I so frustrated? Why am I so upset? Why am I on 10? Because you just sat there and read all the comments of Pookie and them drama. And then you done went to Pookie auntie page.
You done went down a tab of a rabbit tunnel.
And you done seen her status. So now you seeing them and now you going between both statuses watching
Once
them
I
argue.
get to the third person page, I'm like, I agree with
and I know you did. Look,
how do we get here? And you got the whole storyline.
Exactly.
You're like, why am I so invested?
That part is like.
And now I know you did this because I just did it yesterday. Right. I have been going down a rabbit hole of Paranormal Activity Chicago.
Well, what's her name?
Yeah.
Is it KG?
I think so, like that. Yeah.
I be watching here and there, and then I get out because I'm like, okay, this too much.
But then I started
just seeing nothing that say paranormal.
I just started seeing other people like post about just like that, which I've heard before. Like even one of them vampire shows. I don't know if it's Dracula or what, but one of them are based in like Chicago. Like I've heard plenty of people say. My grandmama say a lot of people say like Chicago has a lot of paranormal activity.
I was gonna say Stateville.
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of people don't understand.
But a lot of it is downtown.
A lot of it is downtown. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That
so
reporting on when she was talking about the gargoyles and lower
whacker. Yeah, because we only know about. I don't know about lower whacker, but I don't know about lower whacker.
I just never.
There's a lower whacker.
Yes, and that's where the gargoyles are.
Supposedly, yeah. There was this other kid.
I stay out of paranormal
like 3 videos
stuff.
of them.
Like regular lower.
I was gonna say, look.
Then they was talking about then she was talking about the lower city. So, because you can go at least like 10 miles underground throughout Chicago. Mm-hmm. So you can I forgot where you go through, but you can just travel through the stores, all types of stuff down there. But it's 10 miles. You can go from the beginning of the state all the way across the bridge almost. Underground. So they purposely created that for the winter months. But they was also saying like how it's a lot of paranormal activity there. Like if you go through certain places, because stuff used to happen down there.
I was gonna say a lot of stuff has happened in Chicago too. To be honest,
Navy. Now I don't heard about Navy Pier before TikTok. Just regular people talking about.
I think I heard it once when I was younger.
The stuff going on in Navy Pier. Now the mermaids was new. Yeah. But I've heard a lot of stuff about the very back of Navy Pier, and now I didn't even notice that they got the back part of that closed off. You can't even go far back there anymore, as far back as you used to. But yeah, so that I had been going down like a little rabbit hole, like because I heard a lot of people talk about that, about paranormal activity in Chicago.
Yeah,
there's a paranormal activity tour.
You won't catch.
I won't catch me going because I don't play with no ghosts.
I don't play them type of games, but yeah, I actually like her stories. Though when I do catch them up here, I don't. One time I was watching her, and she talked about stuff on the south side too, like on 79, on the east. And I was like, what? She wait, it was a story where she was gonna go into some pond or about some pond over there on like 79.
Yep.
And she said the man threw an orange at her.
And like, get your right over there. And then she talked about the part in Hyde Park over there, where them big houses are at in Hyde Park. And she was like that she had a little friend, and one of her little friends, there was a young lady across the street that would never play with her friend. Mm-hmm. So she was like, I'm social, so I talk to everybody. She was like, so I went over there, and the young girl just looked at me and was like, I like you. Let's go meet my family. So she was like that. Her mom had told her, don't go across the street, don't go playing, you stay over here. So she was like, well, before I go with you, why you don't like my friend? And was like, why? She was like, I don't like her. She's not good enough. And so, but she's like, I was on the way walking over there. She was like, and my mom had called me like, get your ass back here. And then she was like, I was going over to their house. And she was like, do you see your house over there? And she turned around and the house was gone. But it was like behind like some bushes. She like, and you could just see like the top of the house. And she like, and then when I turned around, she like the house wasn't there anymore. And so she was just like, her mom was like, don't you dare, I told you not to leave, y'all. I told you what. But then she said she ended up finding out that the girl that she was playing with wasn't real either.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But she talks about, and depending on what video you catch, like she tell you how connected she is.
The spirit.
Yeah, like how she can feel it and all that other stuff. But I remember that story she was talking about when she was on exchange.
Oh yeah.
And the light started going out, and she felt like something was chasing her, and the police had flicked their lights on, and they was like, "Do you need help?" She's like, "Get me home, help me," or whatever. And then, but even the police had knew
something was off.
Yeah, they was like, because one of the officers was like, "Yeah, this is my last time being over here because I'm tired of this."
Yeah,
it wasn't his first time experiencing that, and they was like, "You know, you shouldn't be like, do you know what be happening over here?" And I was like, "That's crazy." And to think, because even just listening to that story, I know we got way sidetracked or whatever. Even though to listen to that story, and I'm like, the many times I've drove down that street late at night, like even just coming from your house when you used to live over there. And like other people outside, I know just being alone at like late at night, and it's like, dang, I didn't experience those things, thank God. But like to know that somebody could have been on that same block while I'm driving, experiencing that.
But this is the thing too, is like I can be in certain spaces, even though I don't experience it, and I thank goodness. But there's always a feeling like
like something is
off over here.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what's off, but I know it's off.
No,
something in my spirit.
Exactly.
Something. That's how I be in certain areas. Like even even in High Park with those big houses.
Yeah.
I get big. I be zooming through. If I gotta be in that area at night and I'm driving, I'm out of there because again,
you gotta feel
feels off and it's just I don't like it.
Especially the older homes.
Yeah.
I just be like, this guy that I used to date in high school, his grandmother had one of them homes, and it was like one of them older stone homes. I would never go inside the house. I was like, it just don't feel. I don't even like sitting on the steps. It just don't feel.
You can
it feels haunted. Like it feels haunted. So
it be stuff I see on TV sometimes, and like it can be like an old house or whatever they think. And I even just watching it, I get that I'm like, I know this scripted, but
something ain't right.
Something ain't right with that house in real life.
But I believe in I mean those are real. Like I believe that spirits are real. I believe that, but I also feel like some people who have access to those things, for some people it may be a gift, and for some people something happened within your family bloodline, and that has attached to you, and you need to get it off of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that stuff is. I don't be playing with I ain't calling no spirits. I ain't calling nobody over here to me. You on the other side for a reason.
Only kinfolk. I don't need nobody else spirits. I only want my kinfolk.
Y'all don't want to do a Ouija board episode?
Hell no. You can Luigi your ass back or whatever.
He said Luigi.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. My auntie used to play with us. I'm so glad I never got too deep into it. No, thank you. We end up bringing. It's this show on that I was watching. It's a very horribly scripted. It's a Tyler Perry show. Horribly scripted, horribly acted, but I was bored, so I watched it. But it's called Wicked Sisters or Wit Sisters. He kind of tried to do a Black Charm. Have y'all ever seen Charm before?
I have commercials of it.
Tried to do like a Black Charm thing, but anyway, I do believe there is some truth to it. But one of the girls had died, and they were trying to bring her back through witchcraft, and they was like, "No, don't bring her back because you don't know what spirit is gonna come back over with her." And I'm like, "That's true. Like you don't like. Sometimes some people will pray, or some people will try to bring certain people back to them." But you got to be careful because you don't know what spirit is attached to them. It can come back to the portal. It's a little bit of truth in everything that people be writing.
No, seriously.
Everything that be on TV, it's a little truth to it.
What's that?
That's why I believe in spiritual protection. Like, look,
No,
I'm
100%
with connected with ancestors, spirit, stuff like that. Just know what spirits and energy you walking with, and don't accept everybody's.
No, 100. That's why I ain't putting no welcome mat outside my door either.
Yes,
I think mine says wipe your dog prints.
Right.
Yeah,
Look. As long as they look, they say, because when you welcome, you don't know what you welcome.
Yeah, and I actually learned that randomly. I think I saw that like on Facebook like years ago. Somebody was saying that they was like, don't ever put a welcome mat at your house because you don't know what you're welcoming into your home. Like our mat for the long you just said the Seymours. It was a gift. And now you can't read it no more. It's been out there for 5 years almost, basically. But the next mat that go out there ain't gonna be nothing.
Right.
Probably some smiley faces.
Right. Exactly.
But I learned that because I was like, because you never think about those things just randomly, you know, especially like growing up. Like, unless like you was raised in that type of environment where they really talk about that a lot. But I'm like, it's like that makes sense. You don't, which is why I don't like allow certain people to come to my house.
Absolutely.
Because if I've been in certain spaces with you and your energy is so negative and toxic, you're not coming to my house.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because I don't need you leaving it behind.
Yeah. And that's why even when like when we have stuff like for the holidays, because unfortunately, I mean, people come over like for the holidays and stuff. Before you come, let me go ahead and oil down this house so I can make sure that
I didn't even pick that up from nobody. I just started doing that at some point in my life. I just started saging.
I go
before and after people come
every
over.
top of the door and every window, and it's across. My mama was like, "It's oil dripping down. Keep it there."
Let it be.
Should I wipe down? No. I'll wipe it later. But for right now, I don't know who about to come in here, and I don't know what spirit is attached to them. So let me oil down these doors and these windows. You gotta protect your space,
and that's part of spring too. Is I'll do a big open all the windows, open all the lights.
You gotta do a spiritual cleaner.
But yes, spiritual cleaning. I open all the windows, all the doors, everything, get air flowing, sage all the way through.
I remember the very first time when I was living at my mama's house still, and we saged the house. We didn't think about like open the windows or sage, so we just saged.
Shit, mama just burning them in there,
and we choking and she was like. We both like, I don't think we did this right because it was our first time saging the house, and then. And my mom was on the phone with somebody, and she's like, "Yeah, we just saged the house or whatever, and was praying over the house, but we up here choking for the night." He's like, "Did you open the window?" She's like, "Oh no!"
Well, you are supposed
spirit just sitting there.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm about to say. You saged it for a spirit.
They were like, "Okay, what we doing now?"
And when I tell y'all, I'm telling y'all, I ain't never told my mama this, but I'm telling y'all. I felt like after that, like it was still something in the house. I'm like, it's because they is hid in the closet because the windows wasn't open.
You need to do a redo,
right? And I was like,
gotta do it over.
And I am such a like I said, a spiritual cleanse because like even when we moved here. Like, I went around the whole house before, like, a lot of stuff, and I just prayed over the house and whatnot. Yeah. And then at some point, I remember watching church, and they was like, make your own holy water. Not even just
your oil.
The water, because they was like, open the Bible, whatever, put some water in a cup, sit on the Bible, let it stay for how many hours. And then I'm sprinkling, praying. Jarvis was asleep. All he feels like,
look, Darnell be like,
what is this sprinkling on me? I'm like, shut up.
That's how I am with Darnell. He be like, I be in the middle of the I take that oil, I be like, shh. He be like, what is you doing? Shut up.
For real.
That's that spirit talking back to me.
That part. Oh yeah. But what I said was like there were random times where like I would go to sleep because you ever experienced sleep paralysis?
Yeah, I hate it.
Hated it, right? I am so thankful, thank you God, that since I've lived here, I have not experienced it. And so it had me thinking, like, back to when I was living in my mama's house. I'm like, there's a motherfucker on me.
And that's the thing. When I first moved into my house, I was having sleep paralysis, and I kept seeing my dad, which wasn't scary to me in a sense, because I'm like, okay, I don't mind you visiting me. It was the I can't move part. But then after I did go sage and do all that other stuff, I haven't experienced it since. And I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, because I was like...
He's come to me in lighter ways.
Right, like,
come down as a robin on a tree branch, thanks.
Right. But it was just so interesting. Because I was just like, damn. And I was happy because I would never sleep on my stomach.
I would never sleep on my back. That's when I would get attacked the most.
I was gonna say is when I sleep on my back is when I feel.
That's what I meant. When I said stomach, I would never sleep on my back. Yeah, right. Because I remember I would be sleeping on my
and
back.
you can't get up.
And I won't open my eyes because I'm too scared. Because I'm like, I don't want to see
mine
shit
used to be wide
sitting
awake.
on me. Because clearly.
I be willing God. I be like, God, let me move a limb.
And exactly. And I had learned, somebody, I think one of my mom's friends or whatever, was saying, because we was talking about it randomly at an event. And she was like, yeah, because she experienced it too. She was like, yeah, I instantly just started praying.
Yep.
And so then once I realized, because I was like, I don't know, I would just be like trying to shake out, like, move. And I'd be telling myself, Shanika, move. But then when I started praying, like, Father God, please let me move, get this off me, whatever it is, then I'm able to move. And I wake up like, I slowly open my eyes, make sure that I'm still in the room.
Because if you had a dream in a dream, have you had one of those?
Where dream in a dream?
Yes, Inception.
No, I feel like I have, but it wasn't like a bad.
Because I've had a sleep paralysis in a dream where it was just like, okay, I woke up, but I was still dreaming, and then I had to wake myself up again.
No, I did have one of those.
Yeah.
Well, I felt like I was. Well, I thought, whatever it was, maybe that's what I thought. I had woke up the first time, and I was still asleep.
Yeah. No, I've had that happen before.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's sleep paralysis, baby. But I haven't had one since we've been in our home either. But when we were in our apartment, I used to get them all the time. I used to see black
image
just at the foot of our bed. And at one point,
that's why I was always afraid of. That's why I would never open my eyes.
Yeah, at one point, I just had got to a point like I was I am so confident in prayer that they didn't. You can't scare me, bitch.
And that's what it was. Because at first I was scared, but I was just like, no, I feel like this is someone visiting me, like protecting me in a sense.
At that, I didn't think they was protected, but at that point, I was like,
"No, man, I can't move. You ain't protected."
No, I was like, I got to a point where I was just like, I know that I have dominion over you, so I can tell you to leave now, and like you have no place here in this home, like. And then at that point, I would just go back to sleep. I had got to a point where like I would have sleep paralysis. I would pray, and then at one point I used to just have to stay up. But then I just got to a point where it's like I'm about to go back to sleep. If it happened again, I'm gonna pray again.
Yeah.
But since we've been in this home, like it hasn't happened. But I used to have dreams about my dad all the time. I think that the very first dream I had, I was comfortable with it. I literally had a dream about him the very next day, and after he died, and he was like, "Who's gonna do my obituary?" I was like, "I don't know." Then he was like, "You can do it," and I did his obituary. But after that, I started. So I was watching this one clip, and it was like, "Be careful of some spirits, because some spirits can be familiar spirits, and familiar spirits come in the image of somebody else trying to get access to you." So I was dreaming, and I was like, he had came to me, and I was like, I think that you may be a familiar spirit. So I was like, trying to pray, and it revealed him to be evil. Like, not my dad, but the spirit revealed itself. Like, it wasn't my dad, because he started mocking me. Like, I was like, oh, you don't belong here. Like, you have to go back to the other side. He's like, you have to go back to the other side. And it was like, your prayers won't work.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, you ain't my
daddy. Yeah, no.
Girl, I would have got scared.
Yeah. And so literally after that, like only with him, but of course you just have to, once the spirit starts to challenge you, you know that it's not a good, that it's a spirit coming in form. But that paranormal stuff in Chicago, back to that, even though we completely off, but the paranormal stuff in Chicago is like, I believe it's real. Like my grandmother, she believes in it.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Oh yeah.
I think
my grandmother was in and out. Oh no, they were very very insightful, and I think considered crazy at the time, because my grandmother was in and out of mental health institutions about stuff that she's predicted these days. Like, oh, they can hear our thoughts, they hear our conversations, and it's like they literally do. Why y'all call her crazy?
Yeah,
she foresight. But I think that's an intuition that culturally we have that.
So I also think about this too, right? So let me cook. Because I'm going to get some pushback about it, because it's pertaining to mental health.
Okay.
But I do sometimes wonder, like, for some people who have auditory and visual hallucinations, how much of it can be possibly spiritual.
Oh, yeah. I think a good majority of it is.
Yeah. And I do think that you probably do need something to help you regulate that. But I don't necessarily believe that what you're seeing is not real.
Right.
You may
absolutely.
You may honestly have access that is very traumatic, that is very harmful, that is very evil. You may have access to a spiritual realm that we don't have access
to. Absolutely.
that is telling you to kill yourself, harm yourself, because it is the evil side of the spirit.
Mhm.
But I do sometimes question, like, sometimes we are telling people, no, you have a mental health issue, which it could be, but some people may really just have a spiritual issue that they need to figure out how to get through.
Absolutely. I agree.
Because, like you said, some people, they've been admitted to hospitals, and it's like, they got access to stuff that we don't have access to. Thankfully.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I think like even like when we think about like certain psychic abilities and things like that, I feel like not everybody, because I feel like this is very oversaturated with people who think they can and can't. But I do think there is a small population of people that do have special gifts that would be seen, if they were more open about it, would be seen as crazy.
So I had this conversation too back in when I was working in residential, as actually at teen living programs. It's not called that now anymore, but there was a young lady that caught the Holy Ghost in her room, and they wanted to admit her to a hospital. And I was advocating so bad. I said the only reason it does not look right to you guys is because it is outside of its normal setting. If she caught the Holy Ghost at church, you guys would not question two things about it. But because she caught it in her room, you guys are thinking that she's having a psychosis, and she's not. She literally said, "I was watching church, I was listening to a gospel song, and I was praying, and I caught the Holy Spirit." And you guys are taking it out of context and trying to admit this girl to a hospital.
They wild for that, especially considering
she was the context that led up to that.
And she's explaining.
She didn't even have to explain all of that. She could have just
exactly. And I'm like, if this was if she was at the church, which is literally right next door, there's a church right next door. If she was right next door, y'all seen her catching the Holy Ghost, y'all would not be trying to admit her to a hospital. So why are y'all trying to admit her now? Right. But I think that really does matter, like the context in which it happens. Can also determine the outcome of it too.
Absolutely.
But y'all, that was our episode about spring cleaning. That was,
but tied it together. Spiritual cleaning, clear your space, clear your mind, clear your spirit, clear your energy. Like for real,
clear your home. Exactly.
Whatever your belief system is, you got Ramadan, you got Easter.
Exactly.
Like, all of
do
that
what you
is
use.
Cleansing.
Use what you use to help
whatever you use to spiritually ground you, because it looks different.
They don't think about it.
They don't think about it.
Yeah.
They don't think about it at all. And it's needed. You gotta,
very much so is.
Get there. No, I'm okay. But I'll hold on to it so we can do our...
This your favorite.
I know, right?
All right, y'all. We hope y'all enjoyed this beautiful episode about spring cleaning, spiritual cleaning, everybody cleaning.
About cleaning.
And, the jokes that we done played on y'all with Candace not returning. She done told Dominique about her son. Just
right. You get up out my seat. Up out it, I got.
I done put my butt cheeks all in.
But y'all know what to do. Subscribe on all our social media platforms. Follow us at Why Me Please Podcast. Y'all know what it is. We're not just a podcast for a team.
So why me please? Clean.
Ain't clean your house.
And don't forget, if you want our advice, send us an email to advice@whymepleasepodcast.com.